So everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Senpai Podcast. Simping ain't easy, but somebody's gotta do it. And today we will be reviewing our anime series. And we have one standing rule when we're doing these reviews, and that is if you have not watched the anime, exit out of the video. We can't handle it. You can't handle it. You're gonna hate us. Your homework would be to go in, log into Crunchyroll, watch your anime, go back to the video, and in which case, we can do our review from there. But as always, leave a like, subscribe, Jana. Yokoso, and welcome to another episode of the Senpai Podcast. It's your host, Derek. Sipping ain't easy, but somebody's gotta do it. I got my co-host, Foss, in the building. What up? And Beej. Welcome back to the show, my guy.
Always a pleasure, my dudes.
And today we are going to break it down. This is actually going to be a Foster recommendation. We are going to be reviewing Vinland Saga. But, you know, we got to start off with a little bit of a controversy. Because Foster also brought this one up, and now I just have to ask this man.
Oh, we're doing this.
Yeah. This man said that Teen Titans is better than Avatar.
I said, I
Explain yourself.
I said, if you want to make that a hot take, I would say Teen Titans is better than Avatar. Like, I would rather watch it right now. Avatar's great, you know, it's good.
How is it better? Explain yourself.
I just don't care for the Avatar dick sucking. I just don't. Teen Titans had a better intro. I like the characters more. You had Iroh in Avatar.
You're gonna blow off a whole set of world building.
I'm not.
A world to be saved.
I like that was
the most anime-like cartoon ever made, and you just said fuck it.
Teen Titans had a Japanese intro. That's more.
Ooh, Puffy Amiyumi. Miss you guys.
I feel like when we talk about nostalgic, Avatar is the biggest kind of. It receives the most for that. Like, Have you tried rewatching that? I'm not saying I could rewatch Teen Titans the same level, but I could put out like 2 random episodes of Teen Titans and have way more joy from that than anything from Avatar outside of the big ass battles.
Now, first, I should clarify. Are we talking Teen Titans Go or
No.
Okay, before all right. Well, let's clarify that part first.
I forget that even exists because that's not even on my radar.
Well, it's for today's kids who are now into the straight comedy of Teen Titans.
They like ruined everything that was cool about the first Teen Titans.
It was edgy.
It became a comedy.
Teen Titans was edgy. Slade to me made the show.
Yeah, Slade was nasty. And I love villains.
But for me, I feel like the whole of Avatar is just obviously better.
I understand. I understand. I'm in the minority because I also asked.
I know what he likes.
Starfire
and Blackfire. He likes both fires, the Fire Sisters, if you will. Maybe even Raven.
Raven's bad too.
I knew it.
I'm like, who doesn't like Raven?
Or Tara? I don't know.
Tara could get it too when I
knew it.
So my simping.
He's just a simp. He's just a simp.
Avatar's just got Ty Lee.
That's all this is about.
They just have Ty Lee, I guess.
I mean Azula,
but she's crazy. But I would be okay.
Yeah. Hey man,
I would.
That's part of the appeal.
Yeah,
I reckon.
I would as well.
Yeah, no. Azula,
Ty Lee only.
Or Sokka's girl,
Suki.
She was
or Moon Princess.
Moon Princess was.
I mean, both of them.
The fact we don't know her name.
Yeah,
but she turned to the moon.
Yeah,
I was like, I know I'm in the minority here. I even asked like Ben and Mike. I was like, they were like, I'm with Teen Titans, but we're definitely in the minority.
Interesting. Now I gotta ask the audience: is Teen Titans better than Avatar? I mean,
I know I'm in the minority, but that's just how I feel. That's my hot take.
It's okay. Beej, where are you at with it?
I didn't even know that there was like a plot to Teen Titans.
Yeah, I feel like it was more of like a bad guy of the day until the back end of it.
No, exactly. That's why.
I remember you asking if there was even like a plot.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, what's like the...
They do spurts.
The end
stories.
goal.
Which is clearly why Avatar would be.
I mean...
Since it's, a story.
I'm definitely team Avatar over here, but...
But I did enjoy Teen Titans, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It was the shit.
I will say, Avatar has peaks. I'm still remembering peaks, but like a lot of it, I'm just like... I'm upset about that fight a little bit.
Yeah. I even think, the edginess, I like Robin taking on the rest of the squad. I think he was like 5v1, and I'm like, you an OG for that, bro. I think he was like Red X or something. He just thought,
Slade did carry. Slade was heavy.
Slade didn't have to bully some little ass kids like that.
I mean, he had time, obviously.
My guy, he's supposed to be fighting Batman, bro. He's just like, what? I have some time.
You think?
That's what
maybe Robin was just a little side hobby he did to bully, and then he was with Batman a lot, but
True. I just think it was more of like Slade wanted to tell Batman, hey, I'm gonna take you home, boy. You know what I mean?
Batman's got his hands full with Joker.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't worried about Slade Wilson, bro.
Slade over there just bullying some teenagers.
Cold-blooded shit. But the edginess of it is why we go into anime. Because it's a definition of edgy. And we're going to talk about one of the edgier shows. Maybe one of the nastier shows. Vinland Saga. And, Foz, I got to ask you first, since you were the one who wanted to, dive into this bad boy. What drew you into the show in the first place?
I mean, I just watched the first season years ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
I was newly unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching anime at the highest of rates possible. And I think I blew past Vinland Saga the first time too quickly. Like, I enjoyed it, but I didn't know it was the prologue. Like, I didn't know all this stuff afterwards. After rewatching, I was like, this is beautiful. We need to put this on the cast. We need to make sure BJ watches it. I couldn't. You haven't watched it either yet? Or only the first season?
I watched the first season.
Okay,
too.
yeah.
It's just one of those things. Netflix, actually, they do a pretty solid job with anime. Aside from Yasuke, you assholes. That was terrible.
Was it just... No, it was on Amazon Prime the first time, wasn't it? First season?
I thought it was on Netflix. I watched everything on Netflix, at least.
I watched Vinland Saga Season 2 on Crunchyroll. I know that.
But I give him props. I don't even know if Vinland Saga has a manga. I think it's just an original...
No, there's a manga.
There is?
This is not a Netflix original.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I was about to give him a lot of props. I'm like, damn, this is some genius level shit from Netflix.
Because I thought maybe it wasn't Amazon Prime, because I remember watching May and the Abyss and Banana Fish, and those were both on Amazon Prime. I thought Vinland Saga 2 was too, but I could be misremembering.
Okay, well then I retract. Then Cyberpunk, you are still the best thing that Netflix has pushed out at this point. Yeah, I was interested. It did have a lot of high ass ratings. I mean, shit. When you get but another thing, for an anime viewer on Netflix, they probably just say, "Oh, everything looks good." They're like, "Oh, you must like this shit." You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I don't know. So again, different than you two, I'm sure. I watched Vinland in English because it's just, it's just my policy. If it's borderline, I don't know I'm gonna like it. I will watch it in my primary language, because I just don't know.
He said, "Fuck your recommendation."
Well, like, a part of me thought about doing that too.
Oh, well, don't get me wrong. Because they haven't dubbed the second half, I had to watch it in Japanese, which wasn't anything wrong. As a matter of fact,
I would say the first season is way more action packed. So
familiar voice actors. I saw that Thorkel was Uvo from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and I was like,
I did not catch that.
I can always tell Uvo's voice.
Yeah,
Always
me
tell
too.
Uvo's voice.
But I guess the first thing we're gonna have to dive into, the simp question of the day: who do you simp for in Vinland Saga? And really, I got nothing for you on the females. I'll be honest with you; it's more zaddies than anything else in this show.
Options on female are not great.
There's essentially two.
I'm not even. Sorry, Arnett.
You're not an Arnett fan? What? She's like wifey material.
No females in this show are really in my. We just got done talking about how I love Fairy Tail, and it's it's a bit grittier and it's just a different vibe. But the zaddies, Canute, you are a goddamn OG.
That man was pretty, dog.
That scar Thorfinn gave you just boosted you.
Yeah.
And then you just turned into a grown ass man.
So you like a squishy girl and a bad boy? Is that what you like?
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
I was talking about yourself.
Why? Who's your zaddy?
I mean, Canute. The first time we saw him on screen, later I was like, hold up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Canute.
Hope it doesn't awaken anything.
He grew the fuck up. Why? Where you at, Beej?
Snake.
That dark hair, huh, gets you.
Bruh, they didn't have to make him so sexy. Like, they didn't have to do all that.
Animated BJ.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't even care about like the laziness outside of fighting, huh? You want to serve.
No,
him.
No.
You try to choose your words carefully.
See, I thought about it, but then, nah, he could get the cheeks, honestly. I'm gonna just put that out there. This man, it's like every time I saw him on screen, I'm just like, damn. It's like, why did y'all have to do that? What?
My God.
What's going on right now?
Some strong feelings.
The snake didn't have to.
What do you fuck with Thor's too?
I mean, not as much as Snake. No, I'm more of a Canute guy than Thor's, if I'm being honest. But Thor's, I mean, hey, that strength put him on a different level. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn.
Well, look, man, that was the main draw. Was the fucking opening scene of Vinland, and you just see Thor's jumping from boat to boat, just fucking slaughtering thousands, and then Thorkel comes in. They just going back to back. I'm like, man, these dudes nasty. Because I was wondering, like, how can you animate what's somewhat of like a historical context? You know what I mean? Like, technically, this is actually
It's like loose.
you know what I
historical
mean?
context.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, they did take over England and shit, so I'm like, oh, okay. But I was like, wondering how anime was going to change it. They fucking did an amazing job.
They did nothing over the top outside, like,
Okay,
crazy
no.
feats of strength.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, motherfuckers are getting cut in half.
Crazy feats of strength, but like, I mean, that's like Tarantino shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's been like you just know how they could have made it bad. But
Yeah, that's true.
the crazy feats of strength made a good separation between a good soldier and the god on the battlefield.
Would you say that the action is the absolute strength of the show?
I think first season, outside of like kind of how it ends.
Yeah.
But I would say character development, the story is actually a strength of it.
I agree. I actually think this is, for me, the best character development I've ever seen.
It was crazy. It took over a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, next episode, I'm at peace.
yeah. Fair. I mean, we can just dive into season 1 first.
Yeah, and
That shit was high-flying, action-packed shit.
I thought this was just gonna be like a screaming little kid just destroying people on the battlefield. That was the anime, and I was like, okay, I guess it's a side anime for me. Nothing crazy.
I wasn't expecting Thorfinn to glow up like that, though.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna do shit. They're ready to go to war. I thought Thorfinn was annoying, to be honest with you. Thor's, he just, I'm like, fuck, all the people from the village talking all that shit. Oh, yeah, we about to go to war and shit. Thor's like, man, I'm done with this bullshit, bro. And I hated the duel between him and Askeladd. I was hurt.
Oh, because he got done dirty?
Yeah, man.
Bro, no honor whatsoever.
I know, but I liked it that it wasn't like he won. It was like, oh, you'll never beat me. It's like, this was the only way Askeladd ever wins that fight in any circumstance. And he knows that, he respects that.
But it felt... It's like you said, it's the lack of honor.
Yeah.
It's the way that Mikazuki dies to the fucking illegal weapon type of shit, where I'm like, is that how we gonna do our boy? My dude just straight up beat you with no sword. I think he got disarmed or some shit by Askeladd. And he put up a good fight, right? Yeah. But Askeladd just raises his hand.
I think he dropped the sword. He's like, I don't even need this. No,
Askeladd cuts his sword in half because they're both like chipped.
Oh, yeah.
And then he disarms them anyways, and then Askeladd's like, hey, you won, and then all the archers just, ugh.
I mean,
from there, I was like Thorfinn. I'm like, fuck this dude, Askeladd, bro.
Because first time through, I did hate Askeladd. I will say that. The second time viewing is because I've seen it.
How many times you watched this shit?
I've seen it second time.
Oh, shit.
I've seen all the way through. Because once I realized it was a prologue, I had to go back. I wanted to see it more.
Yeah.
Or better. I understood it way better.
I hated Askeladd in the beginning.
I think, as you should.
Ugh. It hurt me. I felt like Thorfinn and shit.
My daddy did.
I'm over here, being drugged on this other ship, and they all laughing at him like, oh, you just a stowaway.
That scene goes hard.
Oh, man.
When you just yell, I'm going to kill you?
Yeah.
I was like,
and everything told me in my anime sense, like, you got this shit.
I believed him when he said
I'm
that.
like, Thorfinn, you know,
you're gonna do that.
fuck with you, man.
We're gonna get that.
And Thorfinn has a solid glow up. You know, he gets that long hair, and I'm like, okay, he's, you know, he ain't fucking around, bro.
And he wasn't like immediately good on the battlefield. He was like a scared little kid at first.
Yeah.
But was naturally gifted.
Oh my
but
God.
it took time before it became just sloshing people up.
Thorfinn made them short kings proud.
Oh my God. He was a special
For us
weapon.
short kings out there, we walking out with the double daggers, bro. We got y'all. But yeah, no, I fuck with Thorfinn heavy. What are some characters? If we're gonna break down characters, who are just your absolute favorite characters? What are characters you hate? Talk to me, Beej.
I know BT to go.
Yeah, no, my favorite character was Thorkel.
Yeah,
He just, I mean, that's a goofy ass dude, man, and I just love goofy characters in what's an otherwise very serious and solemn show, and he was just all.
He was having fun the whole time.
Yeah, he was just having a blast. Like, he lost fingers and was like, oh, that was good. I'll see you next time, motherfucker. Like,
imagine being so fucking strong and bored that he switches sides
yeah.
just to feel alive.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that was wild to me. They were like, what the fuck are you doing?
They stuck that religion. He's like, I want to die on the battlefield and reach Valhalla.
yeah.
I'm on the losing side. More fun.
Yeah, that's what bro. He was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna join the English for 2 seconds.
Like, he was throwing trees, and I was okay with it. I was okay with him swinging trees and throwing.
Look, man, I threw out the realm of possibility in episode 1. I mean, yeah, this dude grabbed a whole ass log when Thorfinn was running up.
I was like, no one else could do it, but Thorkel could. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh my God, Thorkel, and even in season 2, he just seemed bored as shit. Like he was done with Canute's bullshit.
Yeah, we didn't see as much of him towards.
I hope we see him in season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna.
I'm expecting a lot.
I like
Thorkel. Yeah.
I need something out of that, man.
Yeah.
I need him. I miss him.
I missed it. No, exactly. Yeah.
But for me, I think Snake is up there as just fucking
Zaddy.
Zaddy.
I love me some Thorfinn, you know. You know, he's natural progression for the kid.
Yeah.
You know, annoying at first and then turns into like an understandable guy. Hated Canute
In the beginning?
in season 1.
Oh, me too.
Dog, I liked Canute.
No.
I was like, this is refreshing.
I'll hide in my wagon.
That's why I was like, this is
When
funny.
I was watching season 2 and I couldn't really remember all of season 1, I was like, wait, is that Canute? And then I was like, wait, wasn't he kind of like an idiot? What did I miss?
Yeah.
And I rewatched. I was like, oh, this is much better now. No, like he needed that because he needed Thorfinn.
So who's your absolute favorite character?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Probably maybe it's Ashkelad.
Respect.
He was so good.
Yeah.
I can't even get into enough in a coherent sense to.
Yeah, I know you just.
But like you want to hate him.
Yeah.
You did hate him, and then he kind of tried to help this whole time. As
We look at it through the lens of Thorfinn.
Yeah.
We do hate Askeladd at first, but then little by little you fucking learn from the dude, and eventually, unfortunately for him, that group of bandits becomes his like family in a sense. And that's where and then you start to feel like as an audience you feel attachment to Askeladd. You feel attachment to what's his number 2 guy? Long hair, brown hair.
Bjorn?
Bjorn, there we go.
Bjorn. Huge. Oh, the magic mushroom.
No, they all kind of accepted him, Thorfinn, early. They were like, oh, he's the homie. And Thorfinn's like, fuck all y'all. Y'all kill my daddy. I'm gonna still kill y'all.
You thought I forgot?
They're like, what are you talking about? That guy was strong like 8 years ago. I forgot about that. But, no. Askeladd was just different. He was so good.
He was,
The
man.
first season, it almost felt like Askeladd was almost more of the main
he drove the
character
story.
than Thorfinn.
I agree.
And I was like, I did not see this coming, but I mean, I was cool with it.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Because Thorfinn was not ready to be.
He wasn't ready
a
to
lead.
pull
Like,
his weight
yeah.
like that. Like, he's just the classic revenge story.
Yeah.
But honestly, you kind of got tired of his ass re-challenging him. Like, even I started to roll my eyes
Bro,
by
you're not-
challenge 13. I'm like, bro, like, can we not?
Like, he's gonna piss you off. He's gonna piss you off. And he's gonna beat your ass.
I mean, Askeladd's like, bro, we just took a town. We got food, we got women, and you over here trying to fucking duel for the 15th? Like, come on, bro. You know, like, you don't want to invite Thorfinn to a party, because he's just going
He
to
was
ruin
like,
the vibe.
Stewing in the corner.
Are we not done with this yet?
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Like, I'm your homie. I'm your dog.
Askeladd and Bjorn, you know, they got the red solo cups, and you just got fucking Thorfinn in the back, just ready to fuck some shit up.
But like,
Party.
because Askeladd, he couldn't even get that far without Thorfinn. He was the secret weapon.
You think so?
Every single time it was like he had
Well,
him.
I mean,
he got on a
true.
horse by himself.
Yeah,
he was
But Askeladd felt like the master strategist. Because he had to.
Well, they sent out a kid, and like all the time they're either, oh, this kid's not gonna do anything,
Yeah.
or it's like he doesn't see him as a threat, or he can just like take the prince that one time, or he can just kill 8 people.
Yeah.
Like, no, he was a special weapon.
I agree with you there. And then Bjorn had his little berserker.
Yeah,
I mean, he had to pop him out.
I mean, they had monsters, but no one was nasty with the double daggers like Thorfinn was.
He still got his ass kicked by Thor's though.
Who did?
By Thorfinn?
Oh, you're talking about Askeladd?
No, like a magic mushroom.
Bjorn.
Yeah,
Bjorn.
As he should.
Still got his ass kicked.
Well, he's the best, you know,
Strongest man in the world.
Denmark had to offer.
Thor
Strongest
was his
man in the
Thorkill.
world.
Thor was his
Yeah.
Thorkill level. Thorkill only said only Thor's beat him. And
Yeah.
then Thorfinn.
That's why I would have loved to see a fight between those two, just like all out.
No, there was so much respect between those
Yeah.
two dudes.
I know,
man.
but
it's-
I guess there was a scene when like he got pissed that he was
Leaving?
abandoning. Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Motherfucker!" He was like, "Bruh, let's calm down."
yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed season 1's journey because I mean we had the strategy and you had the. I didn't feel any ass pulls. When Thorfinn needed to lose, he lost. When Askeladd starts to kind of lose faith of his squad, you know, you felt that. That shit
you
was
see
real.
you see
Like
the,
it was.
yeah, you feeling the squad turn.
They some disloyal ass.
But that's so true.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
when
wild.
everything is lucky and going your way, yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
stick with you.
Yeah.
What happens when you stay in the snow for 3-4 months
Yeah.
with little food?
And then all of a sudden they're like,
Like, oh, I can do this better than him.
Yeah. Ugh, he just knew Askeladd was feeling it and shit.
Yeah.
See, because like I felt it before, like even they mentioned it. I was like, this dude, like he keeps on getting lucky, and then like the next
Yeah.
episode is meant we're like,
Nah.
this fool's just lucky, fam.
Yeah.
We'll start a rebellion for us,
Yeah,
get
bro.
killed.
Ooh.
And yeah, no man, just so well written.
I feel bad for Canute's bodyguard. He really took the D on that one, bro.
Oh.
That, my guy. You know, the bald-headed dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God.
But like,
I should
it
know
was
this.
necessary though.
No, 100.
He had to go.
You were holding them back. You were shackling them to be
Yeah,
Ragnar.
like.
Ragnar, yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna tell you to leave, but you're gonna have to go.
Fam, I knew that was coming because of the sunset. I was like, this is too beautiful of a scene.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
Well, it's the fact that, you know, Canute thought he had any sort of authority at that point in time. It's like, motherfucker, you ain't telling us shit.
Yeah.
Askeladd says where we go, and that's just gonna be what it is.
I love that scene too, because Ashland knew he did something dirty. He was like, look, what's your final words for him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take good care of him. We're gonna make him a good king. What you want me to say? Like, tell me what you need to know. I'm sorry. Like,
Sorry.
I can do this better than you.
He's like, there's no tears for me? Yeah, like, nothing. I mean, Canute was the only one who took it hard, and then the rest of them... And then I don't think he even talked until Thorfinn pulled it out of him.
Yeah. Thorfinn, the little wild child, grew up in the jungle,
Oh, man, that dude hit you
Probably
with a
smell-
moderate post in the wagon.
smelling like BO from everywhere. Like, you know he's not showering. You know, pretty nice Canute's not doing anything.
Yeah. And he even starts to have his character development there when he, I think he was sheltered in by that one random woman. And he was just telling him, look, bro, you gotta go. Like, we gon'
Like,
my squad's gonna fuck this shit up.
Run, we're about to loot this entire
And she
shit.
just stands there in disappointment
And then
as she finds out the true nature, and it's just like,
there were a lot of
no.
heavy scenes because even like when they killed the whole
That-
town, like it's so much.
This anime has a lot of tragic shit. I
love it.
Still haunted him. Like, even in the second season, I remember he had like a flashback of her, and I was like, damn, like that's that. It's like that's that lady who fed him for like a night and shit.
yeah, bro, and just did him dirty.
I told you to run.
But
Yeah.
I was so thoroughly impressed with this first season that I was not ready
for the turn for the second season.
And this is actually a huge divide in the anime community. A lot of people do not like the second season because they feel like they were watching two different series. It's similar in a smaller sense to where people don't like Chimera and Hunter x Hunter because it's a huge difference in storytelling, and here we go again, but in a way larger scale. We went from fighting anime to, well, fuck, we just chopping down trees.
Yeah, farming simulator.
I mean, it felt like, I remember all I heard was people who read the manga was like, this character development is crazy. Yeah. And all I see in the first season, I was like, what character development could you possibly be talking about for Thorfinn? And then, but they were not lying, and it wasn't overnight.
Yeah,
we got like 8 or 9 episodes of pure farming, slavery,
which,
farming.
By the way, was a little rough for me at first because I was expecting still the first season type of shit, and I'm like, okay, hold on now, bro. All right,
I left.
Are we gonna fast forward through the chopping down the trees, or like what are we doing? Like, and I just could not imagine the tone shift, and I'm glad I stuck through it. I'm glad I stuck through it because,
you know why I kept going? Because I was like, we have been like shitting on all these shows that go too fast. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if a show's taking it slow, I was like, I can't drop it because I've been saying things go too fast now. Right. So I was like, I let the show go a little bit so I could watch a couple episodes in a row. Mm-hmm. And I was like, after a while, I was kind of fucking with it. Like episode 8, I was like, oh, you till that farm. I was actually with it. I was like, because I was like, I didn't want any other slave hands to get on their shit.
Were you of a certain influence while watching this anime? All right.
Sometimes.
Interesting.
But overall, I was like, but once I saw like where the story was going, once Canute kind of came in, I was like, oh, this is gonna get good.
Well, here's the thing. I was lured in because I got a soft spot for my man Einar. You know,
What's that?
You know, he had a rough go, bro.
I mean, shit, I fought with Einar.
I mean, me too, but I don't know if it was a special thing, because I was like, a lot of them have them tough.
They do. The world's fucking miserable.
The world's rough out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Einar, you know, he's just genuinely a good-hearted ass dude in a very harsh ass world. A Leorio, if you will. Just, you know, gets heated easily. You know, easily, but he's just a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Didn't make that.
They're kind of like the same type of pair. I'm sorry for all the Hunter x Hunter comparisons, guys. It's just, that's how I think of animes. I compare. But, that's what it reminds me of, where he's just a kind-hearted guy.
Oh, I mean,
he was trying to be rough. He was trying to be, you know, that motherfucker, and then, you know,
I was like, yeah, you over 6 foot, Einar, but chill out, dog.
Yeah, bro.
You're not about that life.
And Einar, I mean, let's be real, guys. Einar's a simp.
Oh, yeah.
Einar, he needs to have a chair.
He should have right here. He should have no other goal in life. He went from should have been dying so many times to being a slave. He's like, if I got a girl to look at, she's pretty and nice to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the world, baby.
It's actually interesting that Thorfinn don't give 2 shits.
He's never cared
It's
about
like
women.
on brand for him.
Yeah.
It's because he was only revenge.
That's true.
And then once that got taken from him, it was like, what do I do?
No, he admitted that and everything.
Yeah.
He was like, I've never done anything.
I didn't even talk about the end of the first season. We
That
gotta
was-
talk about that final season.
That was so beautiful.
Damn.
That was crazy.
Here's the man. Swain had to go. Yeah, and they intentionally made him an ugly motherfucker. That's probably the ugliest anime character I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Definition of jaw drop moment for me though, because I never would have thought he actually would have killed the king's head, like killed the king right there.
I knew he was plotting something, but I didn't think he was gonna go that fucking far.
Oh, I know. I was like, yeah.
I'm like, what you trying? I thought he was gonna manipulate his way into the top type of situation, but not.
When he
Ask what you doing, man?
when he cut his head off, I was like, you don't get out of this.
Yeah.
How do you get out of this? Because there have been no ass pulls.
Thorkel is there, fam.
Yeah.
Asklad, you're not getting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thorkel, what's the number 2 dude?
I know who you're talking about. Squarehead.
Yes, Squarehead, blonde Squarehead.
Floki.
Floki.
Yeah.
Floki's bitch ass. Because he was
Yeah.
trying to do some shit.
And I bet you Floki can squab too. I bet
No,
Floki
I'm
can
sure
squab.
he can.
no,
You don't get that. I mean, was it the Yoms Vikings?
Yoms dope ass
If
name.
you're the leader of the
For
Yoms
real.
Vikings, you nasty.
Yoms Vikings.
From Yomsburg, bro.
No, they're nasty.
Okay, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. We
We're
just
just fangirled over.
we just love anime. Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, I didn't think Askeladd was gonna pull off that shit, and then the confusion of Thorfinn in there, man.
That one hurt.
He's literally jumping on motherfuckers' heads first of all to even get into the building because everybody's like, "Bro, what the fuck's going on in there?" He jumps in and he does not know how to react. Like, how do you lose a man that you, on one hand,
hate the
fucking
most in the
hate more than anybody else in the world, but on the other hand,
closest
raised you.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
closest
like your
human.
sensei, basically.
And this dude just has no idea how to react. Like, no,
He wasn't
bro.
ready to be sad either.
He's like, no, you got to get back up. It's like that fucking like Simba Lion King, like get up, Dad.
Yeah.
Like you know, like you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
references are heat today.
that would hit me hard.
and then there goes Thorfinn. He's like, nah, man, like, no, you're not dying here. Like, get up. You're playing. Like, let's fucking go. We got to get out.
Askeladd, forget it. Forget revenge.
Yeah, he's just like, look, bro, I did what I could for it. And low-key, Askeladd does love Thorfinn.
Oh no, he does.
But it is beautifully written. I mean, just, oh my god.
Drops the dagger.
Somebody else talk about this scene because I'm talking.
But it drops the dagger. The whole scene of it flying.
Yeah.
The reflections going in it. He, never pick it back up again.
Right.
It was so good. So good.
You know what, Foss? I think I found something you may want at that convention. A Thorfinn dagger with the two arrows pointing up.
Oh, that would be sick.
You do need a dagger.
Because that does fit my little Tonto desire I had. Oh, you might have just did something.
Bam. I'm awesome.
I had a
today.
whole bunch of Pokemon cards.
I don't know what's
I had
up.
a whole budget for Pokemon cards. I was not ready for another weapon.
I think you need a Thorfinn
I
dagger.
do. I think I do too.
Especially because it's small, you don't have a lot of space on that wall. Like, it would
There you
fit
go.
perfectly.
It's a
you
good
know what I'm
little. It's a
saying?
good sidearm to a katana, just in case they somehow get past that reach.
They're not ready.
You know what I'm saying?
These long ass arms, they're not even ready either.
Beej, where were you at on that last scene, man? What were you thinking?
Nah, it was. I'm definitely on the Foster train where I was just like. I mean, I knew he was gonna pull some shit just because it was
Yeah.
last episode. I was like, it's gotta go down, or it's
Right.
not gonna go down until next season.
I was already ready for Askeladd next season though. Continue though. But
Were
I was
you?
I was ready for him to be here in the next season because I love Askeladd. He's my favorite character.
No, I mean, I was surprised that like that's where he died and stuff. I was just surprised he essentially committed the worst crime you could possibly commit in the entire country in front of like 80 witnesses.
Yes,
and then
bro.
it was like, come at me! It's like, I mean, that's a hell of a way to go
threatened
out,
whales,
honestly.
dog.
Yeah, I know. Man, that shit.
Which was another.
Don't talk about my set.
Yo, that dude
He
had
lies for his homies.
he just has so many layers to him where, well, shit, I mean, it's like you said, it's like, of course you hated him at first, but then there were moments that like humanized him, like when he'd get on like a certain level with Thorfinn, but then like he would do some wild shit, like pillaging shit, and it was like, damn, like you gotta go immediately.
You're conflicted.
And then they would go to his backstory.
Yeah, the whole season it was just like a flip flop on fucking Askeladd, and it was just like
Genius writing, bro.
Yeah, but it was like the
It was
classic.
crazy.
It was like you're not completely evil. Like
yeah.
bad guys can be good people.
No,
Yeah.
I think
Like-
no, it was just like a commentary on just like human nature, and it's just like damn, and like he started dying. I was like, damn, man, don't die. But I wanted him to die the whole show. But then when it started to happen, I was like,
Yeah.
man, not like this though. But he did go out like a G. Like I can't lie.
He did. Thorfinn goes in to save his ass, and then Thorkel's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna hold your ass down. Like, you ain't I'm like, fuck.
I thought eventually Thorfinn was going to get his revenge. I didn't think it was going to get taken away from him.
You thought Thorfinn was gonna walk over Askeladd's already stabbed body and be like,
no. Got. Eventually in a duel. I didn't know this was the prologue and the second season.
I didn't think Thorfinn was gonna do all of that.
I was like, he's going to eventually get his revenge, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
He's the main
it's part
character.
of the
He's
show,
going to
yeah.
get his thing.
Yeah.
He killed his daddy. But to have that taken from him, I was like, oh, this is so much better.
And it broke him. And it breaks that man going into season 2. And at first, I was hyped when they first show, like, the slaves. Because I think we follow Einar's journey first to the farm.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, well, here's my other worker. His name's Thorfinn." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Thorfinn, how?"
I thought they showed a little. I can't remember exactly, but I thought that you see a little bit of Thorfinn, but
No,
no.
it's just
I mean,
Einar
you just watched
straight
it.
up.
Yeah, no, Leaf, he just walks around, and whoever owned Einar at the time was like, yeah, like, this is the guy you're looking for. And he's like, no, he's like blonde and short and shit like that. And I was like, oh shit, so like Einar's
Thorfinn's on the loose.
A slave. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck happened with like, how did you end up a slave, my dude?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then they meet on the farm and shit, the rest is history.
And there we go. Yeah, I mean, I was a little confused and honestly a little broken because I guess my mental state was it's still season 1 in a sense of action. So when they first pick on Einar and Thorfinn and take them to the... because they're trying to fuck with Olmar and be like, oh, you want your first kill? Let's get some fucking slave motherfuckers up here. Yeah, we'll teach you how to kill or some shit. And I'm like, you do not want to fuck with Thorfinn. I'm over here sitting like, bro, Thorfinn's going to tear your... Because I thought that's when he was going to be OG Thorfinn again. But I'm like, man, that man is dead. Mentally, season 1 Thorfinn is gone.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting it. It hurt me in a sense, but at the same time, I understood after being broken with Askeladd.
No, I completely agree. It was because I was like, if you're wanting to see that same Vinland Saga, you'll hate season 2 or the beginning of it.
Yeah,
I'll just stick to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I felt the same way. I saw Thorfinn and I was like, let's go! Like, we're back! Like, he's about to get... I mean, I guess I didn't know what to expect, but, like, I mean...
Do you understand the people, I'd say, who
like
say that this is too slow paced?
It's like, I get it, but it's like...
What do you want?
Yeah, it's like, do you want character development or not? It's like this is...
Well, they still had, in a sense, they had some character development in season 1, but not to the degree of season 2.
I mean, I feel like Thorfinn had hardly any development whatsoever in the first season.
Well, because of, like, that family that harbored him before they got killed, like, you could tell he was trying to...
Yeah.
He felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, he's starting to feel like some sense of morality. Like, he's hints of it, right? I can understand people who don't like season 2 if you thought that season 1 is all the anime is going to be from beginning to end.
Yeah, just
badass
fighting?
I get it. And it's the same argument I tell people who don't like the jump from Chimerian arc or whatever, is that I can't make you see the Mona Lisa, bro. If you only see like brushstrokes, I can't tell you like that's art. You know what I mean? It's like interpretive. What is going on?
Fam, you are on one today. You are on fire.
That line might probably not yours, but it was a fire one.
No, you're it today.
But it's just one of those things. If you can't interpret it or you don't get it, fine.
I feel the same way. I was like, I understand not liking it for both of them for their reasons. I was like, but if you watch all of it all the way through and you don't feel better after
like
watching
I do see where people who like love gore and violence, I can see how they hate season 2. Yeah. Because I'm like, you were probably bamboozled, my G. Yeah. Like, the show you thought was there it was not it. But I guess for the rest of us who weren't only in it for the action, I think you're completely rewarded by watching season 2. So let's break that down, man. Characters in season 2 you fuck with. Snake. Yeah. Snake is Snake.
Snake is nasty.
Snake, the old man, I think the old master, G.
He is. He's a nice soul. Actually, the master himself, at least in the beginning, he was cool people at first.
Yeah, he took a turn.
He was reasonable.
But everybody took some turns. Like, when you think about it. Like,
okay, because, that's, I think, the best developed character is Olmar for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I hated that motherfucker.
I hated, all the people that are like him. Like, the talk big...
He has all the money, all the privilege.
Yeah, and then when you get there, it's like, nah, you fucked up.
Yeah. Multiple times. I hated Olmar more than Eok from Iron-Blooded Orphans, bro.
Wow.
Really?
Well, actually, to me, maybe they were on the same level of disgust, of just, stupid motherfuckers who think they're the shit.
At least Eok has some passion about him.
He's like,
Like Omar,
Yeah, he had like ability.
Omar went to swim with his brother for the assassination, and just swam back because he couldn't do it. He was scared. Sword was too heavy. Whatever. Like, no, that's embarrassing.
well, he's just a regular ass motherfucker. I don't think
I
that's
know, but
embarrassing.
like, you say something.
Thorgil's just a fucking
Say something.
Like,
Say something before that. You don't let everyone else fight. Your brother take everybody else alone, and you just on the other beach watching. Nah.
I know that can't be. I get it, but for regular human beings, he's reasonable.
Yeah.
he's just like a regular dude.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I
agree.
like his development. I just said I
Right.
hated him when
I
when he
agree.
couldn't admit that, like, when he was like, I wish I was big enough to like just take his insult.
Yeah.
So he had to talk all big. He started
He
everything.
has my favorite line in the show, where he starts crying and he's saying, "I wish I had the courage to just take the insults." You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, that's a grown ass man to admit that, bro. Like,
For sure.
oh my god. So yeah, him losing his duel, I'm like, oh, I guess this is where he dies now, because he's, you know, he fights some real ass Vikings now, bro. Because he squabbed with other Thorfinn, bug-eyed Thorfinn, which is fucking disrespectful.
Dog, I love that dude though. He was so funny, man. He'd be like, "Hey, like we're almost there," and he'd fucking he provided some comic relief that was just.
I
needed.
need me some bug-eyes.
Yeah, I was
bro.
like, bro, I love bug eyes. Yeah, no, that fool's funny.
I honestly think Buckeyes would have won the fight. Because, you know, he didn't back down when, what's his, I already forgot his name. Or Omar pulls out a sword on him. He's like, all right, let's fucking go then. He's like, but yeah, just starting off from there, he's always trying to fight. I think he actually starts off with a hentai scene, if I'm not mistaken. He was smashing
like,
one chick.
Yeah, he's with a girl. He's like, let's go.
And her parents were like, you better hook up with that dude.
Dog, her dad was wild. Her dad was listening. Was like, "Oh yeah, round 2 is about to get started." I was
Did
like,
he really? Oh,
No,
see, I forgot about
yeah,
that part.
He's
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get that money.
"Yeah, no, he wanted that inheritance." You know what I'm saying?
He didn't give two shits about
No,
his daughter,
that was
bro.
why he was listening.
You gotta do better.
yeah. He was like, "Oh, it's round 2. Let's go."
Yeah, because I think he stormed off because he was mad about something.
Lock the legs.
Yeah, no,
And he was like, no, you can't. No, yeah.
No, he like
You
realized
didn't make him happy.
that this girl was getting with him because of his money and stuff, and like
Yeah.
stormed off.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, like that's not what was happening."
Yeah,
And that was clearly what was happening. Like, come on, my dude.
But yeah, I was hurt at first with Thorfinn's like kind of lack of, you know, G level.
Even
Yeah.
existence. Like,
Yeah,
he was just like,
he just didn't care anymore. But I mean, it's a sign of a broken man. And then him still having his nightly dreams of everybody he's killed and slaughtered.
straight up
man.
night terrors.
Oh
dog.
my god! If I'm Anar, I would hate this motherfucker. I'm like, bro, can you calm your dad down for
We're
one
sleeping
night?
somewhere else.
Yeah, bro, I'm not sleeping in the same stable. But you know, hey, they became OGs, they're friends and shit. And then they run into Sis. What's her name?
Arnett?
Yeah, Arnett.
Didn't really fuck with her that much. But I mean, you know, classic blonde they had to throw in there.
Something like you weren't. This ain't a blonde wasn't your number 2 on your all-time waifu list.
Lucy Harfilia.
I mean, she was a ray of sunshine. If you're a slave, so
No, for Anar.
and she was so nice. Everyone else treats you like shit.
That man took a lot of L's because not only did he find out, oh, you had a husband before, he just had to take that L. But then you find out that she's pregnant with Master's child.
Oh, that's
I'm
why,
like, Anar,
dog.
you just got
I thought they were gonna.
twice, Anar.
Bro, Anar had it bad.
Ooh.
I thought they were gonna do a whole thing where Anar steals her, raises another
See, I would have been.
man's son because he's just a good guy.
In a regular anime,
Yeah.
maybe so.
I would have been cool with that, honestly.
Man, I mean, they did try to get away.
Damn, that scene was good.
Yeah.
But, you know, Snake, I kind of understood his take there. He was like, nah, bro, my homeboy just got killed.
No, they were both right. That's what the issue is.
He's like, well, oh, you think it's all good because 5 of my guys are dead? Y'all can just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then his fucking sense of presence where he's just like, I couldn't believe I couldn't sense his presence underneath the bed or whatever.
Yeah. He's,
And I'm
he was.
you nasty like that? You can just sense people's presence? Like, I'm like,
He's
God
like,
damn, bro.
he was unconscious. That's why I
That
didn't
fight-
sense him.
Yeah,
I was
like-
like, what?
His fight with Thorfinn
That's how you know it's bro.
I love that fight.
Bro, when he assumed the position without the daggers, and he was
He's like, "What is
"What's
that?
this
Is that a
stance?"
sword? Is that
Yeah.
an axe? No."
It's like,
After one swipe, he was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
no, you got a dual wielder on your
Like,
hand.
this guy knows what he's
dude.
doing.
And the mutual respect when they just back on, like, damn, he's strong. Oh, he's strong. You know what I
love
mean? I'm like,
I
oh.
love when two strong people like both suck each other's dick like that. Not like that. But,
Hey,
like,
no,
they
but-
both,
You acknowledge
like,
each other's
when they
abilities
both
and
acknowledge,
shit.
like, I hate when someone like puts down someone else who's obviously strong.
Yeah.
But they're both like, damn, this guy's strong as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be serious about this.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was rewarding. As a matter of fact, I think that's my favorite fight of season 2. Just because we finally saw Thor. The amount of hype I had when he takes his like dagger position, I'm like, finally, yes. I'm like, oh, Thorfinn, no.
Oh, no,
ready to go.
did want one more Thorfinn like kind of rage.
Where is
just-
Snake from? Because that sword is very like
He's
Middle
he's
Eastern.
Prince of Persia, dog.
You know what I mean? Like it's
think-
very curved. I'm like, that's a Middle Eastern type of vibe.
I think they alluded that it was stolen or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe not stolen, but he is definitely like a foreigner to the land.
Right.
I'm not a history buff. Is Ottoman Empire anywhere at the same time period?
Yeah,
So I don't know.
could be. Yeah, sure was.
Snake, well, so in that scene, I had the same thought as Thorfinn. It's like, if you're this nice, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's what they were both thinking about each
Being
other.
security
Yeah.
on
That's
a
right.
farm. It's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm definitely excited to.
Done a lot of bad things.
And,
Yeah.
and Snake is like, how did they catch him? Key appeal, you know what I mean? Like,
It's like, why are you a slave?
like, what the hell are we doing here?
How are you on the spot?
Yeah.
And then I think that's when the focus goes over to Canute, who sets up the fucking master.
Who was planning? Who knew what he was doing?
His character development is
Crazy.
Really through the roof, because that dude was worthless before,
Yeah.
wouldn't even speak. And now he's more OG than Swain, bro.
yeah.
He takes my attention in a room. I'll listen to him.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I thought Thorgil was gonna sneak
Do
his
it, yeah.
ass for a second. I was like, oh no, shit.
No, I feel like there was never a moment where I was like, I knew this was gonna happen.
I mean, just so many, so many powerful scenes. Thorfinn getting the respect of every Dane because he took 100 punches, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I disrespected you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you clearly,
That man was
you
gassed.
clearly about that life.
If you saw the
take
start,
100
they were all roasting him.
Yeah,
And at the
bro.
end, they were just like, "This is Sir Thorfinn."
Yeah, and then, bro, I think they go up to Canute and they're like, "This is Thorfinn. This is the dude who went
With Thor-
toe to toe with Thorkel. What the? This is the man who scarred the king himself."
Yeah.
I'm like,
so young.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they put some respect on my dude's name.
No, they were definitely acting different around him after.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's legit
That's
a
what-
legend. He's legit a legend.
And he didn't even pick up a sword the whole arc.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
Fam, that's what I
That's
was
a lot of
thinking in
respect.
his fight against Snake. I was like, bro, your ass would be dead if Thorfinn had his blades.
I don't know.
Fam, he didn't even have a weapon.
Yeah.
I think Thorfinn goes to toe to toe with anybody.
Oh, in the whole shit.
I think Thorkill kills him.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
not saying.
say that shit goes.
Oh no, yeah, no, he did get.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got.
I'm
his
not.
ass
I'm
whooped.
saying he beats everybody. But I'm
Right.
saying I don't think nobody outclasses him.
That's facts. That's facts. So I mean, the development of Canute, of Thorfinn, of Olmar of all people.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like it's not just the main character. It's solid all around.
Oh, dude, and the respect that Canute gives for Thorgil when he's like, that motherfucker needs to be my bodyguard. Like, he needs to come back. Like, did he just swim from an island
They try and
to kill me?
This dude different. They bring him over
Yeah. Like, yours. Or Jones Vikings, like, get him back on the squad. Like, I was like, whoa!
Nah, Canute's a G too. He's a G.
Yeah, because when I saw him fight to protect his brother earlier, and he literally just splits a dude in half midair, I'm like, you are strong. How did that come from the master who was a fake fighter?
Yeah, he was just a fraud the entire time, man. That dude pissed me off.
It's kind of
honestly.
disappointing.
I don't think we talked about. Did we talk about who we hated the most?
I don't think so.
Oh, my
No.
vote goes to Master's wife.
Oh yeah.
She had the smallest.
No, she was
Hating
mad
ass
annoying.
bitch.
Yeah, no,
Hating
I hated her
ass.
too. I hated her too.
I don't even remember that
She
much.
still wanted to go to war with those motherfuckers.
yeah.
No, after her husband was like almost fatally wounded. I mean, he ended up.
And she
making
was
it.
still about that
Yeah,
life.
it was like, what? You're gonna surrender? Like,
Yeah.
how can you be a Norse man and surrender? It's like
You're not fighting.
you just got slaughtered out there.
You did not see the Yoms Vikings?
Yeah, it
And
was.
you're like, what are we doing out here, bro?
Bruh.
It's not happening.
Their fits better. They're fighting better.
What's the number 2 in command to Canute, like his personal bodyguard? What's his name? Because he's pretty nasty.
He's
too.
cool too.
He's pretty nasty. He took it that shit in the eye and didn't
He got his
wince.
eyes gouged by Thorgil,
And he was
like,
still like, oh, you think I'm like, go?
I wish I could see.
It
Was it Wolf?
Wolf. Yes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
He was-
dude was nasty.
That dude. Yeah.
Nasty, man. We got some good ass characters in here, bro.
Yeah, the number 2s across the board were like
Solid.
I agree.
nasty dudes.
Damn.
Good choices for right hand man.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what are we thinking is gonna go into season 3? Like when he goes, because now that Thorfinn has found his way home, which tragically they didn't fucking remember his ass. I'm like, damn.
I thought
But
that
I-
was funny.
I mean,
I was
it's
like,
like,
yeah, that kind of hurts low key.
because
But
it was
you
like
know,
what, like wasn't it like 20 years or like 17 years, something like that.
I think they said like 16 years
The
or
only-
something.
yeah, some of that.
Yeah.
I
like
think
16
it's
years.
I think it's crazy because back then, if someone just rolled up and said I'm Thorfinn,
Yeah.
I'm happy that like the sister wasn't like immediately there, but the mom, that was when the
Yeah.
mom immediately was like Thorfinn. I was like, don't do this to me.
And, dog,
Another
lower
anime
lip.
comparison. The sister reminds me of Black Clover Meliorona, like tough ass lioness chick.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like-
100%.
Like that's just her.
When she knocks out
Yeah,
Thorfinn,
just knocks him to a wall. He loses his fucking consciousness.
She's still a child of Thor's.
I think the only people that remembered him was his mom and then the old boy who was at the duel
Yeah.
in like episode 3.
Who actually looks like
He's
a
like, dude, I'm so fucking
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ari.
Yeah.
Ari.
He's a real
You
one,
know,
too.
he a real one for that.
Yeah.
He immediately was like, I was wrong.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I didn't know what I was talking about.
so, you know, I felt better that, like, at least some originals, like, remembered him. But yeah, where are we heading into season 3? Like, where can we go from this?
They're gonna creep Vinland.
I mean, it looks like they're headed. It looks like they're headed for Vinland.
So you think that Canute is fated to take over Vinland then? That colony that they say?
I don't know.
I feel like eventually that's gonna happen. Maybe not next season.
I thought they were saying, hey, Canute controls everything, and then everyone who doesn't like that place can go to Vinland.
Yeah, but the way Canute was saying, he's like, oh really? Even though my domain will eventually take that too?
Yeah.
You're like, is that the path you want to take? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a straight ass face. Yeah. like,
Thorfinn's the goat, man. This dude.
oh man, I wonder if Thorfinn is gonna have to, because I think Thorfinn has turned into his dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's,
It's like come
yeah.
full circle, but will he pick up the sword again
No.
to protect
No.
his
I
new
feel
Vinland?
like if he absolutely has to, he will.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll allow his people to get murdered or anything like that. I feel like it's like a last gasp thing because that's the same thing that happened with Thor. It's like he only
Right.
resumed the sword again because he literally had to. Like, he had
Yeah.
no choice.
True.
So,
Yeah. 'Cause what does Dad say? Like a true warrior
yeah.
doesn't need a sword.
True
Yeah.
warrior doesn't need a sword.
True.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
he's gonna beat everybody with hands until one moment.
See, he could do it though.
Yeah, he could do it with
That's
hands.
why it's
Yeah.
like you're nasty
He's
with
just-
it, man.
I wonder how. Do you think then that Canute will be the ultimate, I guess,
Quote, unquote,
foil
antagonist?
antagonist to Thorfinn? Like, do you think that's where it's going, or because I don't know where else we can go with this?
I mean, somehow a rival country.
Yeah.
If Canute's will spread out or something and losing power,
Right.
and Canute could still be a Loki like a friend to Thorfinn.
Yeah.
And somehow it aligns where they have to get back together or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
I
okay.
guess
I'm
all I
okay not
imagine-
knowing. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun to imagine.
I know.
What season
I went
3 is
through
gonna
8
be.
episodes of Farming Simulator.
Well, we're about to farm
So-
a brand new land. It's about to be Age of Empires.
There will be,
Let's do it.
There will be issues. There could be there could be new waifus for you. Who knows?
On some uninhabited land?
They'll
There
take
is
some
nothing
people.
in Iceland.
They will take some people.
There is nothing in Iceland. I don't know what you saw. I didn't see anything.
They gotta stay
in Iceland.
thick for the winter. So come on.
I don't know, man.
That
I
winter
don't know.
weight, baby.
Well, we're gonna need some Dane, some Dane women to come out for this new project.
Well, so there isn't anyone that lives in Vinland.
At least
thought,
what
like,
Leif was describing
Is
is
that what
that
they're saying? Just
maybe there's some
uninhabited?
people already there. I don't know.
I thought that. I thought it was like like it's like untouched, but I thought people were still
But,
kind of there, but they
they're-
don't have anything
Woo,
substantial.
Thorfinn about to get some Native American.
Well, I thought that
Ooh,
Vinland.
that's actually a good. Because what if there's natives and they have to deal with that and settling on their shit?
But I thought
we can swap it.
Vinland was
Squash it.
supposed to be Finland.
Well, that's why.
Like, am I wrong?
No. So Leif Erikson discovered North America, the first person to.
Yeah.
So if they're already at Iceland, he's trying to go even further west, right? So Finland's way on the opposite direction.
West.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, Vinland is somewhere in Canada, essentially.
Right.
Is what he's saying.
Okay.
So we shall see. But yeah,
Sure, some.
we're going deep.
I should bring some melanin into the equation.
Woo!
I'm here for it, baby. Let's go.
But we gotta talk about the side topics, like the music of the show. Beach, this is automatically your segment now.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the intros, outros, soundtrack. What stuck with you?
Flawless across the board. Like the whole time, like it's like the music would actually take me like out of the moment at times because I would just start focusing on the music
Yeah.
and just being like, damn, it's like they did not have to go this dummy like
Right.
on this shit right now. But like, I think it goes really well with the show. Like it's a perfect. But it's because it's a show that makes you think. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
like, it's a lot of like piano type stuff like
Oh,
that.
and I love
Piano.
piano. You
Yeah,
know?
no, they keep it really simple, but like it just matches the show perfectly.
Yeah.
The intros and outros, they did not have one miss.
He has
the
all of them on this
entire time.
on his
I
phone.
have literally every single intro and outro on my phone now.
I love the soundtrack. On the intros.
That's
outros.
why we'll just never agree, fam, and it's all good.
We just did on Witch from Mercury.
But like the intros and outros are good. They weren't like I didn't have any like standout ones.
Nothing that said, "Oh, this is gonna be on my phone" type of shit.
But I think I may have
But-
liked them. But the soundtrack of the show,
Yeah, the
I
soundtrack
definitely
itself,
loved.
beautiful, just beautiful. Oh my god, it's already time for us to rate this shit out of 10.
Damn, there's so much to leave out. It's just like it's so.
Well,
good,
I
though.
mean, we could talk about this for hours. It's the same way with Iron Blooded. You can just talk about this shit for hours. We wouldn't be able to cover everything. This is automatically for me a top 10.
It was for me as well.
It's just a lock. The character development
It was obscene.
is the best anime series character development I've ever seen. Just
We could name 10 to 12 characters easy.
straight up. Because for side characters,
That had, like,
bro, they make it happen.
Believable. Like it had like the right steps.
Right.
It wasn't like a jump. We didn't need like their own internal monologue to get it. We could see why it was.
No ass pulls. Morality is gray, how it is in real life. There is no good person, there's no evil. It's just everybody's doing their own thing. Thought it was extremely well written. So if you're in my top 10, that means you're obviously above a 9. I think I gave Iron Blood a 9 flat. Vinland's more on like the 9.4, 9.5 range for me.
Yeah.
Is where I put it. So where are you boys with it?
No, I mean I'm along the same. Like, I'd probably say the best written show that I've seen, just because it's like.
Beyond Attack.
I mean, I guess we'll see where it goes, just because
Yeah.
it's still
Unfinished,
it's
yeah,
still
it's still
going.
going.
But I mean, the fact that it's even in the conversation with only 2 seasons, 48 episodes in, and
Yeah.
we're talking about like arguably the best character development.
And I feel like
It's like, where do they go from here?
Yeah, what the fuck is Demon Slayer doing?
Yeah.
like AOT, like I think we all have a fear of like the ending. we're hoping the ending can.
Yeah, because it can sway me a little bit.
But with Vinland Saga, I just feel like outside circumstances aren't going to affect it. Like,
I feel like after this writing that I've experienced, I don't see how this writer just loses their skill
that's
in season 3.
That's what I'm saying.
We
went through a whole season of like farming. There was no action, exact opposite of what the first season was.
Yeah,
and it was great. I do whatever you want. Write your story. I feel like I have confidence it's going to be good.
Yeah. Also, I need to learn this person's name to give them
For
their
real.
props.
No, for real.
Because it's just excellent across the board. So what's our rating out of 10 for y'all?
See, I think I give Attack a 9.5. I gave Full Metal Alchemist a 9.4. I'd probably put it at a 9.4 just because it's not quite done yet.
Right.
Not a fully fleshed out story.
Mm-hmm.
But it has potential to be like
how we say like Full Metal is like a universal, like, oh, that's a solid #1 anime.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when Vinland Saga finishes, you could get like, yep, that's not a wrong choice.
Right.
See, but even now, if someone said that to me, I would be like, valid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
No
I'm not
arguments
mad at
here.
that. Yeah. Well, the fact that the first and second seasons are
9 day.
basically polar opposites, but it's still
It goes together perfectly.
it honestly like blows my mind.
It coalesces very well.
But
Yeah.
Mine it was immediate top 10. I thought it was crazy that it just skyrocketed into my top 10 like that. Easy 9.5 with growth potential.
Yeah.
What will we watch next? But yeah, after this, man, we got a lot of new content coming out. We're going to go back to hypothetical fights. We'll go back to just general anime topics. But with our review series, let us know what Vinland Saga is rated out of 10. And as always, Jana, boys.